Hello everybody of the Let's Play community, I am the Blind Swordsman and welcome back to Let's Play Persona. Last episode we finished off the one of the longest dungeons of the game, and actually I didn't think that dungeon was that bad. It's probably my favorite dungeon of the game just because of how easy it is, and I just feel like with other dungeons in this particular game are easier to get lost in. And I don't feel like, maybe it's just I've gotten better at the game and navigating through stuff. Literally, as I'm going through these dungeons, I'm looking at the map the whole time. I'm not even looking at the stupid environments until I have to actually pull up for a fight. And even then, I'm trying to run away from all the fights and trying to get to the next step. So, but this episode, we are going to finish the game, and we're going to be taking on a really weird enemy. Persona is so weird with its enemy designs. There's literally an enemy in Persona 5 and Persona 3 that are penis head enemies, and it's not even hiding the fact that it's got a little boner, you know what I mean? It's a little hard, you know what I mean? And people are gonna think I'm gross. No, I'm not joking. The people that made those games are gross. So it's a little weird. And yeah, so it's just a little strange. This one is fairly similar. I am debating on whether I should blur out the the cutscene just because of how the boss looks, but I may not need to do that. I don't know, man. It's weird. Strange that you actually fight the enemy, and the enemy doesn't look like that, which is odd to me. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, once we get through all that, this should be finished, and then we can go back to that. So here's the thing: I don't know what I did, but I had cheat codes on, and for some reason it took away Mark. So I feel stupid about doing that because now I have one less person to fight. And it makes this boss fight ridiculous because, again, I haven't done much with, the Personas. There's not really much that I could really do with this. It's a little annoying, but, you know, again, it is what it is. It's just not something that's one of the problems I have with the game. You know, it is. It's one of the issues I have with it. But once we get through all this, you know, which this dungeon, I would say, is pretty straightforward as well. I think the only thing that's hard is going through these stupid shadow corridors and stuff. But even then, these aren't that bad. So once we get through all that, there will be another cutscene, which I had to cut out because I was trying to put dumb cheat codes in. And then we could just fight the boss and finish the game. I mean, and here's the thing. I am speeding up everything. The boss fight is 5 minutes. And the reason why it's 5 minutes at 700 is because it was 40 minutes long. It was so long, it was annoying. I was holding down the speed up feature the whole time, and it was dumb. Even speeding up the speed up feature didn't really do much with it. Which is weird because even Breath of Fire, all you had to do for that final boss is just hold down the speed button if you're on an emulator, and it's over, you know what I mean? So, I can imagine for that particular game how kids probably felt. They're dude, this boss fight takes forever. Yeah, it's not hard, but it takes a long time. And it does. It's annoying. I don't know what developers were thinking. I get it. You're trying to make something epic and sick, but you're making it dumb, too. Anyway, hang on a sec. Alright, so this is the final boss fight of this game, and I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, this boss fight takes for freaking ever. Like, this takes so long. I probably should have made this like 1,000, so there'd be 2 minutes, but I didn't want it to be too monotonous and stupid. I don't like this final boss at all. I think it's like I said, most games in RPGs, like the way that they work, it's better suited because basically you could do whatever you want to as long as you're high enough level. Like when I did Final Fantasy 9, like I was at 255 everything, so the final boss just went down like it was nothing, and it's just like, dude, like I want this boss to go down like it's nothing. Unfortunately, the problem is if you're looking, I'm doing like 10 damage a thing, so it just took so long to beat this physically. You want to have personas that can kill Pandora pretty easy. Pandora's butterfly is even worse in my opinion. Takes forever. I'm sitting there holding it down. I didn't think it through. It charmed me. It killed me. I decided, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put an invincibility cheat code on because you know what? I could manage it, or I could just do that. And unfortunately, that killed everybody. So now I got to do it again, and it takes significantly less time, but still. It's like, dude, I don't want to do this right now, dude. I don't want to fight you. I don't like this. I don't want to do this right now. I just want to finish the game. Like, that's literally all I'm trying to do. And you're being dumb. So, it's obnoxious and sad. And I really don't like it. And I'm going to spoil something at the end of the game. It's like, hey, you could do this 8-level dungeon. It's like, no, man. No, thank you. I will not be participating in that. You can screw right off with that. No way, man. I ain't doing that. So yeah, we're doing, like, because at some point, one of the party members is going to die again. And so what is going to have to happen now is I'm going to have to fight with 2 guys. Because she can't do anything. Basically, she does like 4 damage to this particular boss. I'm trying to like actually use my personas and it doesn't work. So you gotta find a persona that will actually do damage to her, and I don't know what the persona would be. I honestly don't know. If you want more of an in-depth guide on how to do things, I would check out SGV's LP of this game, because Matt seems to know a lot more than I would about it. I know a lot about the newer Persona games. I don't know a ton about the older Persona games. Like, that's the big issue right there. Like, I don't know much about these older games. Newer games, dude, I'll talk your ear off about them. But the older games, I am not a fan. Like, not a fan at all. And I probably won't be checking out Shin Megami Tensei either, which I have Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the DS, 3DS. I just don't like it, dude. Like, this is not my style of game. Like, I don't like this sort of style. I want, I want the dating sim aspect. I want to be able to go around and do things. Like, this is not, like, and this boss is sucky. Like, the fact of the matter is, like, Persona 5 Royal, they give you personas with the DLC that make it easier, and I like that because, you know what? I don't want to sit around and do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to sit here and take 10 years to kill a boss. Like, for real, dude. Like, I will always probably pick out the easy mode personas every time, just because it makes the game fun, and the story is what I like about Persona. I don't necessarily care that much about the combat, because I don't care much about combat in RPGs. I like stories. You know what I mean? And the fact is they have a good story to tell, so I want to hear it instead of, having a battle system that's lame. But we are getting to the end of this, and there we go.
I'll send all of you back to the real world. One second. Thank you. I hope you'll still think about me at least once in a while. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye.
Nothing more need be said. I'm sure you have all discovered by now your true selves. The smiles you wear are no longer false masks. You may find yourselves troubled or suffering or lost in the future, but there is nothing to fear. Look to your soul for your true self. No matter what trials you may face, that will be enough for you to weather the storm. Now go forth into your bright futures.
So with that, folks, ends my Let's Play of Persona. I can't says that I had a great time making this. There was a time. It was okay. It wasn't like a big deal or anything. I love the Persona series so much, but in my opinion, if you're gonna start anywhere, you go 3 to 4 or 3 to 5. Those 3 are the best games in the series. They're some of the best games ever made. This is not one of those times. Like, I don't like Persona 1 and 2 that much. But I figured if I'm going to start the series, I would like to just do the original Persona first. And so that's what I did. I like one thing, I like the music. I do like the anime cutscenes. I like the stuff they changed with the PSP version. A lot of people like the PlayStation 1 sounds. It's like, I like this better. I don't know what everybody else is smoking. I like this better. Like, I think the soundtrack is better. I actually downloaded School Days on my phone because I really like School Days. I think that's a good song, you know? But I don't know, man. Like, it's just picky Persona fans. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying, G? You know what I mean? But yeah, especially towards the end, I just was not having a good time. Like, this was not fun to me. And I don't think it was fun to me because, like, there were things I hated about the game. Like, there were a lot of things I liked. The only thing I didn't like, and I still don't like about the Persona games, is you have to be super reliant on your Persona. It's like other RPGs don't make you do that. Like, I like Wild Arms as an obscure PlayStation game, RPG, better than this, because, like, you don't have to rely on just, like, Rudy's gun attacks. You don't have to rely on Jack's sword attacks. You know what I mean? You don't have to rely on spells from Cecilia. You know what I mean? Like, this game, like, you have to rely on your personas, and it's just disappointing. The story is also kind of mid, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they go into another dimension and then it changes things. Like, I don't know. We've heard that so many times, and it's just not cool to me. Like, if people are going, Persona 5 is like that. It's like, kind of. But anyway, folks, I'll see you in my next LP. We're getting to the end of the credits here, and that's it.
So let's all let no human